Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today our lesson is on solving literal equations. Solving literal equations is just like solving regular equations where we're going to use inverse operations to isolate a variable, but the biggest difference is that our answer is not going to be numeric, it's going to be an expression. Let's take a look at our first example. So here they're asking us to solve for x, which means we need to get x by itself. So the first thing we're going to do is undo the addition by subtracting. So we're going to subtract y from both sides of our equation. Here it zeroes out, and on this side we're left with u minus y is equal to xk. And then to get x by itself, we have to undo the multiplication to k, so we're going to undo the multiplication by dividing both sides by k. And when we do that, this one's out. We're left with x is equal to, and I'm just going to rewrite it on the left-hand side, u minus y all over k. And that is our simplified answer. We can't combine any of the variables because they're not like terms. Let's take a look at our next example. This problem is asking us to solve for a. And so we're trying to get a by itself. The only thing keeping it from being by itself is the multiplication to m. So to undo the multiplication, we're going to divide. And whenever we divide everything. So here it one's out, and we're left with a is equal to np plus x all over m. Again, none of these terms can be combined because they're not like terms. Let's go ahead and take a look at an example with some numbers. So here they're asking us to solve for a, and it doesn't really matter which order we're going to undo the addition terms. So I'm just going to start with the 2b. I'm going to subtract 2b from both sides of our equation, and I'm going to write this in alphabetical order. So I'm going to rewrite this as negative 2b plus g is equal to negative 3a plus 6. And then now I'm going to undo the constant. I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. The zero's out, and we're left with negative 2b plus g minus 6 is equal to negative 3a. And now the only thing I have to undo is the multiplication. So I'm going to divide by negative 3, and it one's out here. So I'm going to rewrite this correcting some of the signs, or simplifying some of the signs. Negative 2b over negative 3 would become positive 2b, and then positive over negative 3 would be negative g, and here negative over negative becomes positive 6, and this is all over 3. Let's take a look at one more example. So here we have to solve for x. X is in the numerator, and so we actually can't simplify this until we undo the denominator, which is division. So to do that, we're first going to multiply both sides of our equation by the denominator, which is 4y. When we do that, it one's out on the right-hand side because it's something divided by itself. On the left-hand side, we're left with 4yz is equal to 4 plus 3x. And now it's like a two-step equation. I just have to undo the constant by subtracting. We get 4yz minus 4 is equal to 3x. And then I'm going to undo the multiplication by dividing. And whenever we do that, we have to do it to everything. So we're left with x is equal to 4yz minus 4 all over 3. Again, this can't be simplified any further because we don't have any like terms. And that concludes our lesson on solving literal equations. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave your questions in the comments section below. And for more math tutorials, subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.